Welcome guys to another video. This was Xbox this time. I've managed to work out a way of saving the replay, or should be replays, and sort of stitching parts together like I do on the PC. So this was the EMS Division 1, the penultimate round, Zandvoort. We were leading the championship. This was a good championship. It's a team championship where you've got one driver of your team in a GT4 car and one driver in a GT3. So I was in the GT3. Sunshine IG was my teammate in the GT4. So yeah, let's get on with the video. I hope you'll enjoy it, guys. It was a good race. You can see coming around the final corner on the parade lap. I think it was a full parade lap, which is always good. Gets your tyres up to where they need to be. I was pole position. Guy beside me was OTL. We'll say call him Benji, or just BXNDJ. But yeah, so we're coming up. Which got a slight lead on him at the start. So lights are green. Obviously, I needed to get into the first corner, or the first sequence of corners first. That was my main goal at the start of the race. But we managed to come round. We're then clear. I think you get round these first sequence of corners and then onto the sweeping left and right, the quick left and right. You're not really going to have anyone behind you trying to move around there, because it is pretty tricky. So I mean, we got round here and then I knew I was away. We knew we possibly had the pace. I think I was 6/10 quicker on the pole lap to get pole position for the race. So but obviously OTL behind me was, he was an unknown commodity. I'd not raced with him before, so we didn't know what his race pace or his racecraft was like. So just starting to get the tyres up as you do, obviously sort of taking it easy-ish. You don't want to take it too easy, and obviously have the guy behind you hassling you, but you didn't want to take it too quick to then obviously have an incident or miss late break somewhere, or so it's a fine line. So yeah, we get a good exit through there, a little bit skittish, but as you can see, I'm starting to pull a bit of a gap already. Coming round, this is a tricky corner you need to get right, because then it's onto the start finish straight. You don't really want to lose time all the way down here, so starting to pull a gap. But then which shocked me, I didn't actually see it while I was racing. OTL comes into the pits, very early pit stop, very early. Obviously I'd not realised I was just going around the track. I think halfway around this lap I sort of looked at the timing board and I was like 4 and a bit seconds, and I was like, okay, well, what's happened? Has he made a mistake? And then didn't see his name on the board, so I thought he'd made a mistake. But obviously, unbeknown to me, coming to the pits, trying a different strategy. But yeah, we'll see if that works out for him anyway as the race unfolds. So that then sort of gifted me a big lead. I think it was sort of like 6 or 7 seconds by this stage. This was sort of lap 2. So that just then helped me immensely. More comfortable, tyres were then sort of in the range, confidence in the car, had a gap, and yeah, didn't need to worry. So on board, I'm going to come round. Like I said, as you can see, no one really behind me in the rear view. I was very comfortable. I would have put the timings up, but I don't like the Xbox version of the timing board. It doesn't actually show the other competitors' names. It shows timings, but yeah, so it's they need to sort that out. So I've left it off, just so you've got a clear sort of view of what's going on. But like I said, by this stage, I think the race was over for me by this stage. Obviously, you can't see into the future. You can't predict what's going to go on, or I mean, obviously, with the GT4s on track. So we'll switch back to the guys behind. I think this was Farron and Speedy, I think, and The Rock in the green and black Ferrari. He was my main title challenger in the drivers and the team championship, which obviously we lead both. I think I was leading the Drivers' Championship by 10 points. And we were leading the Team Championship by a slenderest of margins of 3 points. So it's all to play for. But yeah, at this stage, I think he's in 4th, The Rock. So obviously, I obviously having the comfortable lead in front, I could check the timing board and see what was going on. So obviously, yeah, I was aware of yeah, if we could obviously get the race win and The Rock doesn't get second, we're going to improve on points. Obviously, then it all hinges down to my teammate in the GT4 as well, where he could come. So yeah, I was fully aware of what was going on. Yeah, Rock closes right up. And another Ferrari in front. I think that's Speedy, possibly in the Ferrari. Let me have a look. No, it's not. I'm not sure who it is then. Just looking at the time. It might be XRL Path, I think it is. Yeah, XRL Path's in front of him. Speedy is in front of these in the Nissan. I think that is. Yeah, back to me now. I think this was moved on now a few laps. We're starting to catch the back of the GT4s. This is where life gets a bit more difficult, all depending on when you catch them up to where you can pass them safely. Obviously, I seem to not really get held up. If I was held up, it was down to me how much I was held up by. Obviously, having the gap makes life so much easier. So yeah, managed to work my way through. As you can see, my teammate in front in the Chevrolet. Just come around the chicane, riding on board. Like I said, I managed to catch the GT4s up in good positions, mainly for the whole throughout the whole race. Like I said, it is difficult as well. The guys in the GT4s have been told they don't have to yield or let us past. We have to get past them, obviously, because we've got the superior speed. But I did notice on the straights that we weren't that much quicker than the GT4s. Obviously, around the twisties we were. But yeah, just taking my teammate now. That was my whole sort of rule for the race. If I come up behind my teammate, not to hold my teammate up. Obviously, I had the beauty of a gap. I wasn't 100% sure where he was on track to do with the rest of the GT4s, so yeah, did sort of minimise how much I held him up by going past. But yeah, that was it. So I was away, cleared them few GT4s. So as I said, it was, yeah. From then on, it was sort of not a boring race. I enjoy Zandvoort. I mean, I'm quite quick around Zandvoort, so it's not a bad track for me. But yeah, I didn't have any fighting. I think by this stage I was almost like 10-15 seconds in the lead. Obviously, it all helps the way you get past GT4s as well. So again, catching more GT4s. I think now, coming behind my teammate again, I think we've jumped ahead now. As I said, it wasn't the greatest of races for me, as in fighting and that. It was an easy race. So we're just going to jump ahead. There's no need to stay on board for me lapping GT4s and then doing nothing else. I think possibly this could be the lap where I pit. It would have been halfway through the race. Tended to pit sort of, on the 30-minute mark, around about that, coming into the pits. Always easier then, because you can tell if you've got enough fuel on board. Slow down, didn't want to get a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. The guys was having a cheeky look at me there, standing on the pit wall, coming down. Yeah, I haven't got. I think there's an option in Xbox that you can put the have your pit crew out, but I don't think I've got it on. I'll have to switch it on and see if it works like the PC, where they come running out and sort your car out. But yeah, in the box, car's up. It was a quick stop, very quick stop. I think I put a litre of fuel in and no tyres. For the sense of, a lot of people don't now, as I worked out through the series. I think for the first lap, first race or two, I did change tyres and almost got taken by the Rock, because they didn't change tyres. So now it was a matter of 1 litre of fuel, because I think it's fuel's mandatory, tyres aren't. which then sort of spices it up a little bit. So yeah, I started off with pretty much enough fuel to finish the race anyway, but stuck a litre in, no new tyres, pretty much in the pits, actually in my box for like, I think it's about 3 seconds, something like that. So yeah, minimum loss. So yeah, that was it, we're away. So again then just, yeah, trying to get these tyres back up. So I said we'd lost temperature in the pit stop. And yeah, but back to the boring-ish race. Obviously still got to try and keep your concentration levels, keep putting in those good lap times, consistent lap times. I think that's the problem with me, or I was. I didn't seem to do it this race, which maybe I'm starting to learn. And when I'm out in front, I then race the clock, as I call it. I race the clock and usually come a cropper because I'm trying to look for time, trying to go quicker and quicker each lap, which really shouldn't really do. But yeah, I think, not sure which lap this was now. I think we might have clipped forward again. Yeah, not many incidents this race. I think the only incident we could have had could possibly be this lap. Let's have a look. No, it's not. We're going to ride on board with our teammate then. Okay, this is our teammate. Sunshine IG in the Chevy. Oh, you just see me come hammering it round the corner. So yeah, we've moved on again a few laps. I think this is a lap where, yeah, I knew I was comfortable, but I caught my teammate in probably the wrong part of the track. We come around this sector, quite a slow sector, but after this corner, it's then sort of foot to the floor. You can pretty much go full boot, but it's a difficult sector as well because you've got yeah, as you can see, the twisty corners. But I put this in because yeah, I thought it was really good footage of showing, yeah, me and my teammate. Obviously, both running the same colours. Obviously not the same liveries because, yeah, different cars, different liveries. But yeah, I decided to sit behind him. I knew I had a cushion. I didn't want to affect his race. I didn't want him to lose any time. So that's why, yeah, I pretty much sat behind him until I felt comfortable to overtake him. Without then, yeah, impeding. Gives me a flash, teammate flash. But yeah, without impeding his lap times, and it sort of worked out pretty well throughout the race. As you can see now, I'm just yeah, saying bye-bye with the superior speed of the GT3. But yeah, it worked out okay to a point throughout the race, which yeah, I think it should be coming up. So again, coming up to the GT4s again. Yeah, I think we've got the clip in. It could possibly be this lap. Yeah, riding on board. Lovely shots. I do love the replay cameras and stuff in this game. It does look really, really good. Get some good angles and from, yeah, good positions. Makes it good when you've got an incident and you need to, yeah, show from different angles, different positions. You can see, yeah, exactly what went on, who was at fault. So yeah, I think it might have been this lap. We'll have a look. But so yeah, I'm coming round. Obviously, I've got the beauty of having a gap. As I said, I've got the beauty of checking the timing boards, seeing where the rock is and stuff. My main competitors, seeing where my teammate was. So sort of coming around, and I think by now I'd noticed my teammate had come in the pits. So I'm thinking, okay, he's in the pits. That's great. I think he ran it out quite long. Is yeah, till he come in for his pit. But yeah, so I'm coming around, I'm thinking, right, okay, let's hopefully get it out in front of him. So I don't want to hold him up again. If we can pass him in the pits, great. I mean, it was close to near the end of the race. We wouldn't have to worry about, yeah, holding him up or yeah. So started to come around the final corner. So I can still see he's in the pits because obviously we've got the beauty of the track map. We can see the dots in the pits and everything else. So we're just coming out, we're panning out, so it didn't work out like that. Let's just put it that way. He come out at just the wrong time, or I'm coming down at just the wrong time, as you will see. It was like, oh my God, of all the points to come out. So you can see him now, I'm coming in, it was like, oh shit. So yeah, we ran it wide, just about kept it from going into the gravel. out on the marbles. But yeah, we managed to get away, and again, we could get a little bit sideways there on the throttle a bit too early. We're gonna look from a different angle this time as well. But yeah, of all the times to come out, as you can see, it was like, oh shit, we're gonna get round. But yeah, we managed to get round clean enough. We didn't hold him up. We didn't have any fails. We didn't go into the gravel, so it all worked out really well. But again, yeah, for all the places, yeah, to come out. But yeah, I think this was it now. This is the final lap. I think this is the final lap. I think this is the only point I had at coming together with somebody. It was a bit of rubbing. I was a bit enthusiastic and maybe sort of, yeah, coming a bit too quick into that corner. But I had a gap. I didn't want to be held up, to be fair, through that sequence especially. So I was a bit like, right, I'm coming through. Yeah, bit of the big ass Bentley's coming through. But yeah, this was the final lap. The chap gets out of the way, which was really good of him. He didn't have to. Could have made it a bit more difficult for me. Now I'm coming to the back of the Audi, the GT4. Again, just yeah, working out where I can overtake. Obviously, the superior power in the GT3 and the aero. Yeah, job done. Coming round. I think by this stage it was close to having a 30-second gap. I'd looked back and I'd seen on the telemetry or the lap timing that the Rock was actually in third place, and GRT Speedy was in second. So I was just yeah, hoping that Speedy would stay in second, and it would stay like that, because then we would gain more points over the team in second place behind us. So I was like willing Speedy on, as bad as it sounds, to take points away from the Rock. The Rock's pretty much come second to me on the majority of the tracks, except for Paul Ricard. But yeah, we're starting to come around the final sequence, around the final corner. I look for the checkered flag, and we find it. I'm sure there ain't a checkered flag on this one. I was looking for it, I couldn't find it, but yeah, that was the race anyway, guys.